Hare Krishna, Jaya Jagannath. Welcome everybody to our daily Smile Srimad Bhagavatam class, our talk. Thank you all so much for being here. We'll start today by reading Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 7. Today. Before we get started, let's do our prayers. We'll light our camera. We're going to make sure we're sharing our screen here. 1 second. Share also on. Okay. Om Krivyanam Agnim Prahonomi Duram Yamarajam Gachatu Vipravaha. Our flame. Asking for Lord Yamaraj, Lord Dharma, to please help us to understand and to communicate nicely the Srimad Bhagavatam. Prayer to the spiritual master. Om Gyantimarandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master so kindly opened my darkened eyes. With the salve of love, I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. O my Lord Shri Krishna, son of Vyasadeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narotamam devyam sarasvatim vyasam tato jayam udirayat. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Sarasvati, the goddess of learning, and to Sri Vyasadeva, the author. Nashtapraya Shabreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Ashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering a service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome in the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, whose praise with transcendental songs is established as an irrevocable fact. Always, our Srimad Bhagavatam and all of our offerings for the pleasure of the Lord, Sri Jagannath, for the benefit of all of those devotees who are in our SMYHL Sanga, our community, and for those that we haven't even met yet that are met for our Sangha. Let this benefit be for them. Hare Krishna. And our prayers to Bhagavatam. Last time we did boon number 1. We're on boon number 2. O life heir of all Supreme Lord's devotees, O Master Srimad Bhagavatam, you are the sun risen in the darkness of Kali. You are the exact image of Sri Krishna. O life heir of all Supreme Lord's devotees. What are you living on? What's your life heir? Let's make it Srimad Bhagavatam, huh? Very nice. Okay, let's go to Srimad Bhagavatam 117. This chapter is entitled Questions by the Sages. We'll go word for word first. Yani, all that. Veda Vidyam, scholars of the Vedas. Shristaha, senior most. Bhagavan, incarnation of Godhead. Bhadrayanaya, Vyasadeva. Anye, others. Cha, and Munyaha, the sages. Sutta, O Sutta Goswami. Paravara Vidya, among the learned scholars, one who is conversant with physical and metaphysical knowledge. Interesting. Vidyahu, one who knows. Yani Veda Vidham Shristo Bhagavan Bhadranayana. Anyecha munayas shuta paravara vidyo vidyuhu. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Being the eldest learned Vedantist, O Sutta Goswami, you are acquainted with the knowledge of Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of Godhead, and you also know other sages who are fully versed in all kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge. Purport. Srimad Bhagavatam is the natural commentation of the Brahma Sutras, and or the Badrayana Vedanta Sutras. It is called natural because Vyasadeva is the author of both the Vedanta Sutras and the Srimad Bhagavatam, or the essence of all Vedic literatures. Besides Vyasadeva, there are other sages who are the authors of 6 different philosophical systems, namely Gautama, Kanda, Kapilya, Patanjali, Jamani, and Astavarka. Theism is explained completely in the Vedanta Sutra, whereas in other systems of philosophy, practically no mention is given of the ultimate cause of all. One who can sit on the Vyasasana only after being conversant in all systems is all philosophy, so that one can present fully the theistic views of the Bhagavatam in defiance of all other systems. Srila Guru Goswami was the proper teacher, and therefore the sages of Naimisharanya elevated him to the Vyasasana. Srila Vyasadeva is designated herein as the personality of Godhead because he is the authorized, empowered incarnation. Jai. This is a pretty high standard, huh? Wow. One should be able to speak on all systems of philosophy and be able to properly, you could say, defeat all other systems and rise the philosophy of Srimad Bhagavatam, of the system of Bhakti Yoga, as the ultimate absolute truth. And so this is the lineage that we're learning under. It's a science. It's amazing. And we simply hear and repeat. And from that, we have realization. Our realization grows, and therefore we can share more. So the goal is that each one of us can sit on the Vyasasana by the mercy of the previous devotees. And those who sit on the Vyasasana aren't thinking themselves as the as being qualified or have gotten qualification to do so. It's the mood of the humility of the devotee that I'm simply repeating what my teacher, what the previous Acharya has said, and I'm giving it to you now. One of my mentors, he says, my philosophy or my saying or my motto, there we go. My motto is, I know nothing. And of course, in my point of view, in my perspective, he knows quite a bit. But his humility is that I know nothing, and yet my teachers know everything. And so therefore I learn from them and share it. So we can gather this humility and be able to speak on Srimad Bhagavatam. We can eventually sit on the Vyasasana by the mercy of the devotees. Not for our own glorification, not for our own false ego, not for our pride and stuff, but simply to serve others. That's the goal of the devotee, is simply to give what they've received in humility, that and desiring to help others. Okay, let's go to 118. We won't do the word for word here. We'll just do the Sanskrit, and then we'll get into the translation purport. Vetyatvam Samyam tat sarvam tatvatastad anugratahat bruhu snigdyasya shishyasya groyavo guyam api uta. Here's the word per word if you want to pause the video and take a look at it. There you go. Translation and purport. And because you are submissive, your spiritual master has endowed you with all the favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. Purport. The secret of success in spiritual life is in satisfying the spiritual master and therefore beginning his sincere blessings. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur has sung in the famous 8 stanzas on the spiritual master as follows. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. Only by his satisfaction can one please the personality of Godhead. And when he is dissatisfied, there is only havoc on the path of spiritualization. This is Yasha Prasadad, Bhagavat Prasado, Yasya Prasadam Nagatopi. We sing this at Mangala Arti each morning at the ISKCON temples. It's called a Mangala Arti, and it's Guru Vastakam. It is essential, therefore, that the disciple be very much obedient and submissive to the bona fide spiritual master. Sri Suta Goswami fulfills all these qualifications as a disciple, and therefore he has endowed with all favors by his learned and self-realized spiritual master, such as Sri Vyasadeva and others. The sages of Naimisharanya were confident that Srila Suta Goswami was bona fide, therefore they were anxious to hear from him. So, we want to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And there's a certain way that he has explained to us to go about really, really pleasing him. Some of you may be parents, and maybe you can resonate with this. But like, if somebody gives you a cupcake, it's nice. You like it, right? Like, oh, yum, a cupcake, right? A wonderful cupcake. But if somebody gives your child a cupcake, the happiness and pleasure is so many more times more palatable, right? More happy. We enjoy more when our loved ones are pleased than even us. So if you want to know how to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead the most, then please his children. Please the representative of him. Please the spiritual master. And that way Krishna becomes very happy. Even more happy than direct service to him. And so this is the secret of pleasing the Lord, is that we serve the spiritual master. And as we were talking about before, our attitude is, our humility is, I simply served my spiritual master and heard from him. And now I'm being able to, and by his mercy, and by repeating what he or she has spoken, then I am able to say something. And so this is submissive hearing. This is a gentle disciple, is that they're not there to run their own program, to make up their own philosophy, but to simply receive from the spiritual master and then give it. Okay, let's continue on. 119. Tatra tatran jasayasman bhavatayad vinishititam pumsam ikantaya shreshya tanna samsitum arhasi. Please, therefore, being blessed with many years, explain to us in this easily understandable way what you have ascertained to be the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita, worship of the Acharya is recommended. The Acharyas and Goswamis are always absorbed in the thought and well-being of general public, especially their spiritual well-being. Spiritual well-being is automatically followed by material well-being. The Acharyas therefore give direction in spiritual well-being for people in general. Foreseeing the incompetencies of the people in the age of Kali, or the Iron Age of Coral, the sages requested that Sutas Goswami give a summary of all revealed scriptures, because the people of this age are condemned in every respect. The sages therefore inquired of the absolute good, which is the ultimate good for the people. They condemned state of affairs of the people of this age as described as follows. So the title of this chapter is Question by Sages. So this is one of their questions right here. Please tell us what is the good, the ultimate good, and absolute good for all people in general, because the person who is truly renounced meaning no longer attracted to material nature, but only attracted to spiritual nature, only attracted to that which is connected to the Supreme Lord. They have tasted something that is so magnificent that they can't help but share it. So sometimes you might have good pizza at a restaurant, right? Or even better is that somebody has cooked some really nice pizza, a friend, and you simply have to share it with others, right? You're really like, hey man, I had this really good pizza. You got to check it out, right? So similarly, the Acharyas and the Goswamis have tasted something so sweet, so nectarian, that they can't help but share it with others. I heard recently somebody say, it was pretty interesting, that if you believe something as truth, then you're willing to die for that thing. And I thought, whoa, this is kind of extreme. And then after understanding and trying to get clarity on what the person was saying, was they were saying that if it came down to it and your life was on the line, yes or no, is this the truth? Would you be so sure, so confident that you say, yes, this is the truth? And so therefore, our job is to become so confident in this, and that our goal is to go back home, back to Godhead. We have so much confidence in our spiritual master and the Acharyas that we can't help but share that with others. We know the truth. We have experienced it. We've realized it. And therefore, it's an irrevocable fact, right? We read right here, right? Is established as an irrevocable fact. We say this each morning before Srimad Bhagavatam. And what it would be like to live a life where, that you have something so fantastic that you're willing to be so determined that you have to share it with others. Just mute all. There we go. Yeah, so that's our goal, is to be blessed by the spiritual master, explain to others what we have received because it tastes so good, and then become even more established in our relationship with the Lord. Glorify, kirtan, to glorify the Lord. 1:10. This will be. Let's see if we can get through this one. We've got about 9 minutes. Prayanala Biasha Sabya Kalav Asmin Yuge Janaha Mandaya Sumanda Matyo Mandabhagya Hi Upadritya. There's a sentence. Translation. O learned one, in the iron age of Kali, men almost always have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. Purport. The devotees of the Lord are always anxious for the spiritual improvement of the general public. When sages of Naimisharanya analyzed the state of affairs of all the people of the age of Kali, they foresaw that men would live short lives. In Kali Yuga, the duration of life is shortened not so much because of insufficient food, but because of irregular habits. By keeping regular habits and eating simple food, any man can maintain his health. Overeating, over-sense gratification, over-dependence on another's mercy, and artificial standards of living sap the very vitality of human energy. Therefore, the duration of life is shortened. Wow, what a paragraph. Holy moly. The people of this age are also very lazy, not only materially, but in the matter of self-realization. The human life is especially meant for self-realization. That is so to say that man should come to know what he is, what the world is, and what the supreme truth is. Human life is a means by which the living entity can end all the miseries of the hard struggle for life and material existence, and by which we can return to Godhead, his eternal home. But due to bad systems of education, men have no desire for self-realization, even if they come to know about it. And unfortunately, expand on more these two paragraphs. So instead of trying and just fitting it in the next 5 minutes or so, I'm going to pause there, and we might end a little bit short here, and then jump into this tomorrow. I think that's a good idea. Let's see if there's any questions. Hare Krishna. We have two people here in our Zoom session. You can see Anand and Taposh. Any questions, guys? Any comments, thoughts?
Oh, Prabhuji, good class.
Thanks, Anand. Anything hit you in particular?
I think you and the purport went over it very well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Anand. Okay. So here in the Srimad Bhagavatam, we're hearing about the importance of really hearing from the right sources, right? That's really these verses that we're hearing about is hearing from and sharing with others. Education is a process of which we get knowledge, we apply that knowledge, and then we have realization of that knowledge. And this is called wisdom. Sometimes we have knowledge and we know, but we only know it up in here, like up in our mind. We know it's true, it's a fact, you know this, but we're not able to speak on it on realized, as in it's touched our life in a way that it really becomes real to us. And in the spiritual life of Srimad Bhagavatam, in this science of self-realization, that's the most beautiful thing about it, I found, is that it no longer becomes just knowledge or facts. It becomes actual real in life, that you can apply it and you can see through the vision of these truths, through these principles. And when doing that, your life becomes such an adventure. The Lord becomes so present in your life that you can see him arranging in so many different ways that you have a path to progress towards a stronger relationship with him. That's what we want. That's why this whole Srimad Bhagavatam is explaining is that we all have a relationship with the Lord, and it's the thing that makes us the most happy, that the thing that is our source of our happiness. And so we want to realize that. We want to realize that it's like if somebody says, like this morning, not to mention any names, but somebody came up to me and said, I owe you an apology. And I was like, And they said, I owe you 1,000 apologies. And they apologized. But I had no clue what they're apologizing for. It was just like, hey, this general thing. Okay, I'm not saying that that's not a nice gesture and it's not accepted. However, it doesn't, it falls short of relationship. This just knowledge. I apologize. Okay, you apologize something, but where's the understanding? Where's the relationship between the person? And then we're going to see action, right? If we apologize for something, then there should be action that we should do. We should apply that apology. We should apply the mistake we made by applying the right part of it, right? We made a mistake, we apologize it, but what's the counter of it? What's the positive aspect of applying it? And so that we can realize that there's a relationship that we want to have with others in a nice, positive way. So this is the philosophy
Hare
of
Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Taposh.
brother.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare
Yes.
Krishna. You have any questions, comments, thoughts?
Oh, no. Good.
Good,
Very
good.
good. Very good. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to end now.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, same time,
Oh.
same channel. And if you have any
No,
questions.
No person. No person.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you. So,
Hare Krishna. Very good. Very good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gonna mute you real quick here and just finish up, okay? Hare Krishna. So we'll end there. Again, we're here for relationships, right? So we mentioned that to have a relationship, we can have conversation. So if you want to deepen your relationship with our Sangha here, you can ask a Brahmin questions. You can join our WhatsApp Sangha. We have yagya each day with our YouTube channel that you're obviously, you've probably seen right here. And then prayer requests. These are all meant to deepen personal relationships. That's what they're here for. They're here for ultimately our relationship with the Supreme Person, but in that is our relationship with devotees and others that have the same goal. And we strengthen each other, support each other, and become strong. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. You have a good rest of your day. May you have a wonderful Krishna conscious day. Jaya Jagannath. Hare Krishna.